that aspirin, Z.
And I feel like I already knew one. I don't know how you guys feel about this new song intro, but how long we let this go for?
Oh, we'll give it another 10 seconds. And I'm just bringing up a banner, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just bringing up a banner.
Yep. I don't know what the banner is, but welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Who Are These Guys? Episode 74.
74.
Who? These guys. Whenever N turns up. Whenever N turns off the song. Whenever N turns off the song.
And there it is.
Jesus, so long. Look at that. All right. Well, listen, we're gonna get right into this.
Yeah.
You see it on the bottom bar right there.
The thumbnail, I hope, drives a good amount of viewership on this episode.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, welcome back. Episode 74. It's the same day. Today's January 6th. So appreciate you guys coming back. If you didn't see our last video, we had a good conversation about the NFL playoffs, and we gave our predictions for the Super Bowl. There's nothing else to say, and just to get right into this, it's hard to start off with this topic and where to specifically start off with. And I'm just gonna show this gentleman. Now, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Joy Taylor.
Go on X and just search up Joy Taylor.
Yeah. Should be getting with the producers, getting with everybody at Fox.
Yeah.
Probably get her face on TV, make more money, whatever the case is. And, whatever kind of claims you want to make of what she's trying to do, it's happening. Yeah. So, and just what a disaster this is.
It absolutely is. It's a horrible look for Fox. It's an absolute horrible look because I don't remember the guy's name, but one of these head guys at Fox, when Undisputed was getting ready to start out, Skip Bayless, they were in the process of looking for their girl moderator or whatever you want to call her. And Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor had a meeting or whatever. Skip was disgusted. He didn't want her on there. Well, the main showrunner, whatever his name is of the show, was very adamant about Joy being on there. Now, Joy didn't last too long on that. She ended up switching over to the Herd. But whatever the name was of this guy at Fox, I mean, there definitely was something going on there. This one lady that testifies in these lawsuit documents, there's this hairdresser lady talking about that you could see on set and behind the scenes and everything like that of just certain weird, flirtatious, romantic relationships going on that Joy was having on work site with whoever these people were. Emmanuel Acho was one as well. So obviously he got his
Sean
voice
McCoy.
in the game. Yep.
Yep. Just and really, by the way, just a horrible line of Paul Pierce.
Yeah. That guy's a joke.
A horrible line of analyst.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jason Whitlock is still on, FS1.
Yeah.
But and there's truly been a couple individuals that have saved us on Fox. Let's start with number one. I mean, the greatest of them all.
Yeah.
There he is. Okay.
Saw his daughter the other day at Speedway.
Yeah, he definitely did. Okay, here's one question. Is like the Fox studio, is it all one building? Is that why this is like all spread within multiple individuals?
It's one kind of thing, Z. And so like Colin has his stuff on this side, Speak for Yourself has stuff on that side,
right,
et cetera, et cetera.
Right. And we just I don't think we can forget the greatest one of them all. And I think you know who I'm going to bring up here. So pretty much what I'm saying is I really hope neither of these two individuals have something come out of it. Might as well call him Tristan. as a
honest,
conscious.
identical, just identical in every way possible.
But this situation is just a disaster. I
Well, it
mean,
is. And I'm going to go through some of the pages here. So
Yeah.
we have Mr. Dixon gives Miss Taylor undisputed as a reward for having sex with him. In approximately March 2016, Miss Farahi, who was the hairdresser on site at Fox, met Miss Taylor that recently moved from Miami to LA for the opportunity at Fox. At the time, Taylor did not have a regular position. And this is in the lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. Did not have a regular position, but would fill in on a day-by-day basis when talent was sick. So she was just a fill-in. Miss Taylor told Miss Farahi, however you say her name, that she was recently wed, but her husband remained in Miami and that she was lonely in LA. And this husband, I believe, was Jalen Rose. Miss Taylor then befriended, or it could have been the person before Jalen Rose. I don't know. I don't know when their relationship ended. Miss Taylor then befriended Miss Farahi, the hairdresser. In May of that year, Taylor asked her to meet for a drink in Santa Monica. When Farahi arrived, she found Miss Taylor with an older man, Fox Sports Executive Vice President of Content, Mr. Dixon. An executive VP, Dixon is responsible for overseeing all content and production on FS1. Farahi, however, did not know him. When Dixon went to buy them another round of spicy margaritas, Farahi asked who he was. Taylor responded that he was just a friend. Yeah, sure. Following that night, where Farahi would meet with Miss Taylor for drinks for food or food, Dixon would either arrive with Taylor or show up later in the night and leave with Taylor. He would always buy rounds of drinks or food. From their body language, Farahi suspected the pair were, mingling around. And although this concerned Farahi, as she knew Taylor was recently married, Farahi kept her opinions to herself. So this Farahi hairdresser lady didn't come out or report anything of inappropriate behavior with the Fox Sports director here, Joy Taylor, during this time. In June of that year, while at work, Farahi noticed Mr. Dixon in the elevator. Surprised by coincidence, Farahi found Taylor and told her excitedly the guy who always buys our drinks was in the elevator. Taylor quickly silenced Farahi, explaining who he was. Farahi became alarmed and warned Taylor that such a relationship was unsafe. Taylor told her not to worry about it. Farahi continued to be friends with Taylor, but tried to distance herself as she considered the situation dangerous as well as morally wrong, as Taylor and Dixon were both married individuals. In approximately of July of that year, word spread amongst Fox employees about a new show, and it was going to be a big deal with Skip and Shannon. It was known that Fox was looking for a woman. This is what I was talking about, with significant TV experience. Therefore, it would come as a surprise when Fox announced that Joy Taylor, who was a bartender and a radio host in Miami with very little TV experience, would be the moderator of the new show. Bayless later disclosed to Farahi that he did not want Taylor on the show, but Dixon was adamant that Taylor should star. Wonder why. At first, Dixon arranged a dinner between Skip and Joy, where she arrived in provocative clothing and acted in provocative manner. When that did not change Bayless's opinion of her, Dixon asked him to approve her as a favor to him. Reluctantly, Skip agreed to do so to favor his friend, Mr. Dixon. Around August, the start of the show, Farahi attended a dinner with Taylor and her husband, and Mr. Dixon and his wife. During the dinner, Taylor's husband became suspicious that Taylor and Dixon were having an intimate relationship. Soon after dinner, Taylor's husband found evidence of the inappropriate relationship and divorced Miss Taylor. I believe it's Jalen Rose. And approximately September 16, Undisputed started. Taylor requested Farahi to do her hair. And approximately November of that year, after not allowing anyone to touch his hair, and then that ends there. So it's just a continual. I'm not going to continue to try to find more of these papers of this lawsuit, because there's like 40 of them. But that was at least one of the main ones that was going around in terms of what led this whole thing, kind of the kickstart.
I got to show this tweet by this guy named Barry Spike. Barry Spike. Says the nastiest part of all this is Joy Taylor saying that if she got caught, she was just going to say the boss SA'd her. Yeah. Which we won't go into what that means. Right. That's where all this stops being funny. That's some sick ass shit, and she really needs to be held accountable for that. Here's the thing about Joy Taylor. I don't know her personally. Okay. And quite honestly, nor do I care to, but okay. Yeah. But I'm a big fan of Colin Cowherd, and I watch him. I feel like every single day.
This was the guy she was with, by the way.
Oh God. Yep. Didn't Joy Taylor date like freaking that Suns coach at one point? like Earl
Earl
Watson.
Watson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it was him. I don't know. I know she was. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they were they married? I can't remember. But while Ian looks that part up, and the thing is with Joy Taylor is like, again, we don't know her personally, but I watch Colin. I feel like every single day that he's on,
Yeah.
and she was like definitely kind of a migraine while she was
Yeah.
on Colin's show.
Yeah.
And you know, I feel like you just kind of feel like she had this kind of attitude to her of like, you know, privileged. You want to use that word?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, did she,
Undeserving.
sure, undeserving? Did she really truly deserve to be there? Now, is Jason McIntyre that much better? Absolutely not. But but that's a whole different.
Oh, it's true. I mean, he still thought Matt Ryan was playing for the Falcons.
Yeah, it's just awful. So, and the situation just a disaster. I hope Joy Taylor gets. I hope she gets terminated from Fox. I hope we never see her on TV again.
100%.
100%. Now I don't mean to be just all pointing towards her as a female. I don't really know the side of Emmanuel Acho. I don't know the side of this producer. I don't know the side of Skip Bayless. They're all jokes too. Literally, and I said last night, Emmanuel Acho is the biggest joke out of them all, probably. But I don't know their side of the story. I don't even know if they've even spoken up on their side of the story. They're sitting on TV today because today's Monday, and they're talking about who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, so they haven't even said anything.
Well,
there was nothing on their social media yesterday.
Well, Amanda, what's going on backstage?
Yeah, yeah. So they definitely had to show up today. If were they actually on TV today?
I think Emmanuel Acho was. I don't know.
Okay, well, even with him, whether both or one of them, obviously they're going in as business as usual with all this stuff going on. It'll probably come to a point where Fox Sports eventually is going to have to step in and do something with all this stuff going out and this lawsuit going on with Miss Farahi eventually coming forward with all this information, and everything like that, because you can't be doing that in the workplace.
Just stay away. Our glorious king, Colin Coward, just stay away from this. Yep. And, you know, because, but I'm just sad.
His name wasn't mentioned one time in that 42-page document.
Well, I love to see it.
Yeah. Neither was Nick Wright.
Yeah, thank God. And freaking Chris Broussard.
God.
So, to be fair, I'm never going to tune into that one show that they're on ever again. And I'm not going to say looking forward to, but I'm interested to see more information that comes out.
Well, Marcellus Wiley, if you remember him, when he used to be on Speak for Yourself 3 years ago, he came out on Twitter yesterday pretty much saying that in terms of he never got close to them and that there is truth to spill and truth to come out about the behind the scenes stuff at Fox and the things involving them. So who knows? Maybe he might go on a podcast or something and talk more about it. I don't know. But he was not a part of that. And Jason Whitlock isn't with Fox anymore. He hasn't been with Fox. He's kind of been putting some stuff out there too. But it just goes to show, Z, the corruption in LA, the corruption in Hollywood, the corruption in these certain businesses, ESPN. You're telling me ESPN doesn't have anything, or they 100% have people signing NDAs from things from the past.
Yeah.
100% they do.
Yeah.
So ESPN, corrupt company as it comes, along with Disney. Now you have Fox Sports in here.
Well, I mean, and this is kind of like a whole different topic that's very controversial with the whole thing with like Nickelodeon that came out. You know, I can't remember if that was last year or 2023.
There's definitely stuff on Disney Channel, 100%.
So I mean, there's
let me give you a little tickle. That's
here we go.
That's what's going on back there.
Nightmares.
That's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's not me, Z. That's the reality of what's going on.
Yes, it is, and yes, it is. It's a shame, and I hope this kind of just crap doesn't continue in the future. Because quite honestly, these people are on TV. We like to listen to them. And we're forced to hear their input. Yeah. But we will eventually figure out what goes on behind the scenes. So,
well, Z, and what goes around comes around. What's hidden always comes to light, and that's what's happening right now. Mm-hmm. And another thing that I want to say before we transition out of this is that what Joy Taylor is doing is going to bring a really bad rep on women who are trying to actually work hard in that field.
100%. 100%. And quite frankly, that's a shame because there's been women broadcasters And yeah, I mean, I feel like I've seen so many on like Sports Center, but like the ones who are consistently there, like Hannah Storm and many others. And I think of like Michelle Tafoya, the sideline reporter, and Doris Burke for the NBA. Like I feel like represent their side of what a woman can be in the sports industry, and especially on TV. And then you have a side as of Joy Taylor that, sure, maybe from a male perspective we wouldn't understand, but it's sad and pathetic. And somebody like her should just, quite frankly, not be on TV anymore. And sure, we need to hear maybe the side of her story, but I feel like it's just over.
Yeah, no, with this whole entire lawsuit, Z, coming out of 42 pages worth, doesn't look very good. So, Joy Taylor, at the end of the day, see you later. Thanks for coming. You didn't deserve anywhere where you were the last six, 7 years. Head back to Miami and go serve me a cocktail. Thanks.
Yep. I'll see you down in South Beach. So I like the way we ended that there. Now I got about 4 minutes, so I got to head out. So Ed and I are going to briefly talk about Monday Night Raw and their transition to Netflix, which is a big deal.
Absolutely, it is.
Big deal, because I was watching it on Pat McAfee earlier this morning, and I'm gonna try to tune into it tonight. Here's a interview with Pat McAfee speaking to Triple H. I'm gonna try to. I really wish he would just grab him and just choke slam him right there. Even though
it's funny seeing Z talk a little wrestling, because Z's never really been like a wrestling guy, but like he's always kind of had like he's had a little bit of knowledge in it on who's who, but he's never really been somebody that like really invests in it.
But I know about it.
Yeah, like he knows about it. He understands kind of how it works and everything. But this is a gigantic moment for Monday Night Raw. And what I will say real quick, I've been a professional wrestling fan since I've been in 4th grade. So I always have been.
Boogeyman, Rey Mysterio.
Boogeyman.
Kane, supposedly Undertaker's brother or whatever.
Yeah. Well, not in real life, no.
Not in real life.
But there's a lot of things in professional wrestling I think don't get respected enough. And what I will say is that the dark days in WWE are behind them. The last 2 years, WWE has been as hot as it's been in a super, super long time. And you can credit Triple H and the senile old man Vince McMahon getting out of there and just not having anything to do with it anymore. And TKO, who owns UFC, now owning WWE. It's been a great thing. So it's been super great seeing WWE in a high spotlight and doing fantastically. Shows are just a lot better. And even before Triple H took over, like, it's not saying that there wasn't anything good, but it was just really dark days. It was hard to watch these shows. It was rinse repeat. Vince was killing his own company. Just destroying talent and everything, just not making sense of things. So WWE the last 2, maybe close to 3 years has been great, has been hot. And now they're having their biggest deal ever with Monday Night Raw, leaving cable TV. They've been on cable TV for 32 years, which is insanity.
Huge deal.
And going to Netflix in a multi-billion-dollar contract. And this is just a gigantic day. Monday Night Raw is going to have a lot more flexibility on Netflix and what they want to do. And it's a stacked show. John Cena's farewell tour starts today because he's retiring at the end of the year. The Rock, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa for the Ulafala night. CM Punk and Seth Rollins main eventing the show. We have some other big matches, other big show ups going on. So it's going to be gigantic. It's a great kind of new era here. And WWE, it's the hottest and most exciting it's been. Like I said, it's been that way the last 2, close to 3 years. But right now is kicking off a new era. I couldn't be any more excited.
Oh, and I'm looking forward to watching it tonight. I will tune in. It's a new era, and quite honestly, I think every WWE fan, especially internationally, the way it's grown is great to see.
Yep.
So, like I said, shout out. Maybe we'll see, a boogeyman, appearance tonight. So
see, those days are over.
Yeah. So
we don't need somebody eating worms in the ring.
Yeah. I just real nightmares when I was a kid. When you
Honestly,
would see that.
yeah, like the character was actually really scary, especially if you're a kid. Like it definitely was really, really
He's
creepy.
freaking under like the dinner plate, and they freaking lift it up, and there he is.
Yeah, with worms in his mouth and everything.
God, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I mean, so it'll probably, it's kind of fun talking about wrestling. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it, after this episode tonight. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. And we appreciate you guys, tuning into episode 74 here. So, if NQ is the music, like I said, stay true to each other, love each other, don't go behind each other's backs, and we'll see you guys in episode 75. Love you guys.
See you on 75.